Elsie can't be in this beginning because she's hurt. Little Elsie. What's up, guys? My name is Libby. I hope you are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a look with the new Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette by Manny MUA. If you don't know who Manny MUA is, he's a YouTuber here on YouTube. He does beauty videos, but he first got into makeup by doing drag from what I can understand. So it was great that the first palette that he came out with, it was inspired by what originally got him into makeup. I'm going to be doing a look today with that. It's going to be a colorful look. I'm going to try to use as many of the bright, vibrant colors in this palette that I can possibly use. This is going to be a first impressions video. I filmed a video when I got this palette about a week ago, and I filmed a video right then and there. And I was so overwhelmed with all the colors in the palette that it just like looked like poop when I was done. And I filmed the entire video, and I was like, yeah, this is just, no. I wasn't proud of the look, and I wanted to be proud of it, so I took like a break from like trying to figure out what to do, and now I think I like have my thoughts straight and know what I want to do. So I did try using this palette earlier, that's why it's just like in this and it's not in the original packaging that it came in. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I do put out new videos every Thursday and then a bonus video throughout the week, so make sure you do that. I've been getting like a couple new subscribers here and there every day now. I passed 20 subscribers. I know that sounds really stupid. I'm super proud of it, and I love that I can just like share my hobby with people. So make sure you subscribe, and let's get on to the video. Alright, you guys, I am back. I have like a base on my face. I have my eyebrows done. Since this is like an eyeshadow palette review, I didn't really think it was necessary for you guys to like watch me go through my regular routine of putting on my face makeup. So I am going to put on blush and highlight at the end. I think that those are two things that can be a little bit decided by the colors of the eyeshadow that you put on your eyes. So this is the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. This is what the carton looks like. It's just this really beautiful like light rose gold reflective material. All of the writing is in gold. Obviously like the Life's a Drag is sparkly. I'm just gonna read to you guys what it says on the back. I dedicate this palette to all my makeup lovers out there. We are all queens. Excuse me. We are all queens. My first experience in the makeup world was in drag, which is why drag has been such an important influence in my life and always will be. I've worked so hard to come up with this beautiful mix of neutral and bright colors that blend effortlessly. They better. I know you'll have fun creating sickening looks with it. As much fun as I have had creating it. Thank you all for the constant support. Life's a Drag wouldn't be here without you. Manny MUA. And then it has all of his handles right here on the bottom. People, put their time and effort and money into making the packaging beautiful. You should give credit where credit is due to the cartons. And just so you guys know, this palette is cruelty free. Okay. Like I said, I did use this before just because I just already did, okay? You take it out and then this is what it looks like. So it's Manny's eyes, and it says Life's a Drag with this beautiful like holographic front, and then the back is white in that same like shiny rose gold color. It says Life's a Drag. When you open it up, you get this beautiful blend of colors and neutrals. Of course, we've got two shimmers in there, a black and a white. So in my opinion, this is the perfect color combination. If you're someone who isn't sure if they want to play with color or not yet, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, you've got 6 neutral shades, but you've got pretty much 8 because the 2 shimmers are basically neutrals. And then even like the yellow, that's like a neutral color unless you like do full on yellow and use like, Fix Plus or Setting Spray and you make it really intense. Like, no, that's not neutral. I know, like, yes, I know that's not neutral, but I'm saying if you lightly put some yellow in the crease and then maybe you use a little bit of Sickening, this warm tone neutral shade, then use a little bit of this darker warm tone shade Mug. If you can incorporate these colors without doing a super intense look. If you guys want like a little bit more of a neutral look from this palette from me, let me know in the comments below. I'm thinking maybe I might do that next. For now, let's focus on these really bright, beautiful colors. I did show you guys this palette without the brush in it. Like I said, I did use it once. You get a dual-ended brush. One end is fluffy and one is more of like a stippling brush to pack on powder. I did use this when I like first tried to come up with a look, and I don't really like it, to be like completely honest with you. The brush is just kind of like stiff. Like, I don't know, it's not as soft as I would like it to be. Obviously with a palette this beautiful, with all the colors you get, the size, the mirror, I mean, you know, this isn't going to be a $50 brush in this palette, because then that would just be outrageous. So I mean, this is no shade towards the brush at all. It's just in my, I don't know, I just didn't like it, and it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I'm gonna use this ColourPop brush. This is the E1 brush, and I am going to go into the shade Kai Kai right here, and this is just literally the most beautiful pink I've ever used in my entire life. Just so you guys can see, this is how I'm gonna be dipping into most all the shadows, just kind of tapping it. As you can tell, there's like literally no fallout with this palette, which is absolutely amazing. And like, I literally got so much. I'm just tapping, tap it off, and you can see like how much product is in there. So that's what I'm gonna be doing this entire time for this look. So I'm just gonna use the shade Kai Kai in the crease. And since these shades are so bright and vibrant, like when I did the first look that I like didn't post the video of, I like went in there with such a heavy hand, and it just like looked so muddy. So my suggestion with this is, at first it can look really overwhelming and you can get really excited to play with those colors, but literally use the lightest hand you possibly can to put these on, because they're so buildable and you don't want to go in with too much right away. I mean, you guys can already tell that was with an extremely light hand and extremely light dip into the palette, and you can already tell, look at how much pigment and color is all over my eye. And this isn't patchy at all. I'm not really sure if you can tell through the camera, but I mean, I blended that out. There's nothing like sticking to my lid. There's not really a really dark spot. If there is, that's my fault from having various touches while I'm doing this, but it's definitely not the shadow. It's just going on so nicely. And this is like so, it's just like so intense already, and I'm barely doing anything. Okay, and that is the transition color done. Again, I kind of want to get up close here, just like look under my eyes. A lot of times when you're using a really colorful shadow and you've already had your foundation and base on, it can be really disappointing to see all this fallout underneath your eyes. And as you can tell, there's none. Basically, for the remainder of colors I'm going to put on my eye, I'm going to use a really small blending brush, because like I said, these colors are just so powerful that if you go in with too big of a brush, too much product, it's just going to be so muddy. And that's not a bad thing by any means, but just something I learned when I did the first look. So I'm going to use this IT Cosmetics like really small fluffy blending brush. I promise it's clean because I just wiped it all off all over my hands. So next I'm going to go in with this color Pageant Queen, this beautiful purple in the palette, and I'm going to put that in my crease but keep it super tight. And again, oh, this is so awkward. The palette is literally huge. It's bigger than my face. I'm like boop, boop, like barely going in, and then tapping so much off, because you don't want to go in with that much right away. And as I'm getting more and more color on my lid and blending it out more and more, I'm kind of going in with a little bit more pigment each time, because you can't take away, but you can always add more. So that's kind of the method to the madness with this palette, at least for the colorful shades. Alright, and then to deepen it up just even more, I'm gonna go in with this blue shade right here, Fishy. It's not like a shimmery shadow, like that's not a shimmery shadow at all, but it does have a little bit of a shine to it. So with this color, I'm really going to keep this I mean, it's going to be on my lid, you know, because I barely want it in the crease. Like, I'm just doing this with the blue to give it kind of a deep purple look rather than a magenta when the pink and the purple blended together. See, I mean, you can see a difference. See, this has the blue added and this doesn't. So this one is a little bit on the pinker side, where the purple in this crease is a little bit deeper. So that is why I'm adding this blue. It's literally so easy to get so powerful with this palette so fast, which I think is amazing. Like, I think that's what every eyeshadow palette should be. Although, just to contradict myself a little bit, I will say that if I was using this palette for the first time, you know, never really had played with makeup, loved watching Manny, and wanted to get this palette, I think that as a beginner, this would be kind of a hard palette for you because the shadows are so pigmented and you can't really mess up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you get the wrong eye shape or if you put a color in a wrong spot, you know, it's there. And the only way to fix it, it seems like to me, is to take it off and start over. I will maybe put a picture right here of what the eye look looked like that I did when I first opened this up last week and played with it. I was just like going ham and like using so much like product, and I was using a huge brush, and like I looked like I was back how I did my makeup in like 7th grade, where I would just put as many colors on my eyes possible. And I mean, you can tell like with each color I add, like I think that this eye looks a lot better than this eye as far as the blue. Like I think I brought the blue up a little bit too much here. I mean, I'm gonna try to fix it by going back in with a little bit of that pink Kai, but like this is just like what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Alright, now I think it's time for the cut crease. This is like build it up as much as I want it to be. Now I am going to take a makeup wipe because I'm putting yellow on my eyelid. I am just going to clean up anything where I think I'm going to put the concealer for the cut crease as best I can. Now I'm going to let that dry. Okay, my eyelids are dry. Woohoo! Time to put on this concealer. So I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm going to use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is in the shade Fair 08 because this is the lightest shade concealer I have. I really want the colors on my lid to pop and be really contrasting to my crease color. That's why I'm using really light concealer. Alright, now time to let the cut crease dry. Okay, it's feeling a little tacky. I think we're ready to go. So I'm going to start with the lightest color on the center and I'm going to blend outward. So I'm going to use a super small tiny brush and I'm going to go in with the yellow in this palette, Campy, right here. And that right there is going to start off in the middle of this cut crease. So I'm just going to stamp it on just to kind of get an outline of where I want to put it. Make sure both sides are relatively cousins. They can even be second cousins. They don't have to be first cousins. You know, who are we fooling here? They don't even have to be cousins. They just have to be friends, okay? We just need to make them look somewhat similar. Now that I've got the color relatively stamped on, I'm kind of just dragging the brush down. Pretty pigmented. So next I'm going to go in with this shade Snatched right here, this deep burgundy. I'm going to use this same brush just for the beginning to place this color. Like, you can just do it so messy, like how I'm doing it. Super messy. Just place a line there, just because I know that's where I want the color to relatively go, and then I'm gonna blend it out. Okay, now that we are like adding a lot more colors on the lid, I just want to show you guys like just a little bit of fallout, nothing like terrible. In fact, if you just get a brush and go, oh, well, I thought that was gonna work, it didn't work, it's fine. I'm gonna put colors on the lower lash line anyway. I'm gonna add just a little bit of blue to the outer edges where I blended Snatched. I call this look the bruised eye. It does kind of look like a bruise, doesn't it? Now, the only color in this palette that I haven't used yet is Kai, which is the green. If you don't really think I'm going to use it, I think I'm going to do something similar that I did on the lid with like the yellow and the red. And I'm really just, I mean, obviously you can tell, really smoking out the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take more of that red color Snatched and put it on the outer and inner corner. Kind of looks like I've got yellow fever, but I also kind of dig it. I'm kind of like obsessed with this. It's kind of cool. It's different. It's colors you would usually never use, but I'm trying to use like a lot of the colors in here as possible. Alright, I'm going to do a wing liner, pop on lashes, pop on mascara, and then I'll be back to do blush. Alright you guys, I'm back. I've got lashes on, I've got wings liner on, I've got mascara on. To kind of finish up this eye look, I'm just going to take a black eye pencil and I'm going to put it in the waterline. Next for blush, I'm going to take the ColourPop blush in the shade Weirdo. Just kind of more of a neutral blush because it literally is so powerful. I love it, but it's pretty colorful, so I want to keep kind of a more neutral blush. I put on way too much, but it's fine. And finally for highlight, I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Chrome highlight. This is in the shade Molten Gold. It's just more of a warm toned highlight. I think it will look good, and that's why I'm using it. And then finally, you guys, for lips, I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Matte Metallic Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Disobey. Alright you guys, this is the finished look. I am totally digging this. I feel like this is makes me feel so powerful. My eyes are just driving into your soul and my lips are so shiny. You have to pay attention to everything I'm saying. I really like this look. Overall, first impressions, I love this palette. You guys, it's definitely worth your money. I hope that if you haven't bought this palette already, or if you're on the fence about buying this palette and you see this look that I've created, look at how badass this look is. I just love it. Stop barking. Elsie? Elsie. No barking. There's just so many different looks you can create with it. Yeah, I just don't even know what to say. I'm literally speechless. I love this palette. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have not subscribed already, make sure you do so. I put new videos out every Thursday and then a bonus video throughout the week, so make sure you guys subscribe because it's 2 videos a week that you get from me. Let me know what you guys think of this look in the comments down below. I freaking love it. Thanks guys, see you in my next video.